The evolution of golf has reached the green. Welcome to the instructional presentation for the Lateral Line putting system, brought to you in a convenient two-part format. In part one, we're going to join L2 inventor John Ambrose as he explains the advantages of this revolutionary style over traditional methods. With the help of students, instructors, and compelling demonstration, John explains the repeatable simplicity of this logical, natural, and USGA conforming way to putt. Part 2 will concentrate on addressing and eliminating common errors which may initially occur in early stages of practice with the L2. This part will target the two primary hurdles any golfer faces: distance difficulties and directional difficulties, and how to tackle them effectively with the L2 lateral line putter. The mechanics demonstrated in this video will give golfers confidence to consistently stroke the ball while looking at the target. So get ready to get out of the box and into the cup with the lateral line system and the amazing L2 lateral line putter.
Hi, I'm John Ambrose. We're here at Hemlock Springs Golf Course in Geneva, Ohio, to present you with an instructional video on lateral line style of putting and to introduce you to the L2 lateral line putter. The notion of looking at the target while you roll a ball to the cup is not new. What is different as far as putting it goes is the fact that the ball's laying on the ground, it's not in your hand. So the lateral line style and the L2 putter was specifically designed to give you an extension feel of the club to the ball. The object's to be looking at your depth perception and distance for control of speed, not concentrating on hitting the ball. We designed a style and a club that best caters to that and allows you to look at the target rather than the ball when you're putting. Everyone understands the importance of a pendulum motion while putting. It's what establishes your distance control based on a constant tempo and the size of the stroke and the track line of a back and forth motion of your shoulder. As this machine demonstrates, there are three basic principles in this pendulum stroke. The stability of the base is 1, rotational point is 2, and the connection between the rotational point and the ball, which is the L2 putter, is the third. These three things in combination is what creates the pendulum stroke. You'll see that most conventional putters are very much the same. They've got a rounded bottom from toe to heel, very small sweet spot, and they're very, very light. The rounded bottom is not an advantage, nor is the weight. It actually gives you better opportunity to use the little muscles that you're trying not to use because of the weight. The rounded bottom allows you a lot of different lie angles, whether you know it or not. So you think you're over the top of the ball, but you move closer, you move farther away, and it keeps rocking the lie angle. The lateral line putter is flat on the bottom. It gives you a zero reference point. That zero reference point is so important because it allows you to stand in the same place every time. The seating is the same every time. The face is 3-inch sweet spot. It's a 5 1/4-inch face. Because of the weight, it really does give you a MOI, moment of inertia, which limits torquing and twisting in the stroke. When a putter's so light, there's very little to anything they can do with moment of inertia when they have so little weight to work with. This club has enough weight to work with where we really have an impact on moment of inertia. This illustration shows a stroke path angle 45 degrees offline while maintaining a putter face angle square down the aim line. This produces a 7-degree error in direction. Placing the putter face angle offline by 45 degrees with a straight stroke direction up and down the aim line produces a 37-degree error in direction. This means that maintaining the correct face alignment through impact is more than 5 times as important as stroke direction through impact, even though most golfers work more on stroke direction than maintaining face alignment. This assumes that there is contact with the sweet spot each time. Misalignment of a small light putter face, which is found on most conventional putters, is easy to do. Missing the sweet spot of a light putter at impact is even easier, which will turn the face offline even further and affect the transfer of energy to the ball, which means putts that fall short and miss the line. To truly produce a putter with a high MOI, moment of inertia, which is the force that resists twisting, requires a large, well-designed head that is heavy, which increases the size of the sweet spot and maintains alignment at ball contact. This makes squaring the face down the aim line easy and keeps the face square with a consistent transfer of energy to the ball at impact. A conventional putter head is only 7 times heavier than a golf ball. The L2 is over 13 times heavier, with a face surface almost 2.5 inches wider. This is why the L2 has a 3-inch sweet spot and twice the MOI of any putter on the market. Golf is a 2-target sport. One target is the ball, and the other target is what you're hitting the ball toward. From tee to green, that distance of what you're hitting the ball toward is measured in yards, maybe feet. However, when you're on a putting surface, you're hitting a ball towards a cup, and the margin of error is measured in inches. That's why it's so important to be able to potentially look at the target rather than the ball. The full swing golf stroke involves most of your muscles and joints to complete. In view of the range of motion required for the full swing versus the small size of a golf ball, looking at the ball makes sense. The degree of accuracy required for our secondary target, whether it is a fairway or a green, is measured in feet and yards, which is why it is secondary. On the putting green, everything changes. We attempt to minimize muscle and joint use while using the same basic setup as the full swing. But now, our secondary target is measured in inches or fraction of inches. The minimal energy and therefore movement now required should allow for a simpler motion, not a limited one. The use of the simplified lateral line system frees us up to look at our target objective without the need to look at the ball. With a stabilized stroke that uses a natural down-the-line shoulder swing movement and a weighted, well-balanced putter that supports the distance control and directional stability, the option of looking at the cup where our binocular vision can best be used to relay distance information and situational awareness becomes possible. With the L2 and the lateral line stroke, putting becomes a one-target sport, which means better speed, alignment, and accuracy, the key to lowering your score. The ability to look at the green while putting not only increases distance control, but also the ability to sink breaking putts by allowing the golfer to view the various roll lines to the cup. During the setup and alignment ritual, you will see the true line, the direct line from the ball to the cup, the aim line, the chosen alignment direction based on the green conditions such as contours and grain, and the track line, the eventual roll to the cup, based on the aim line and the speed required to reach the target. While all 3 lines are considered when putting, it is the track line that is primary. The track line has the speed element needed for distance consideration, which fine-tunes the aim line, which is based on the difference between the true line and factored-in surface conditions. Too many times, the aim line alone becomes the objective of the stroke, but the aim line is only as good as the speed the ball needs to travel to reach the cup. Having the option of looking at all 3 lines and the distance needed at the same time is a distinct advantage.